Today I'm going to walk you through the 10 steps of the carpet maintenance contest to prepare you for the Skills USA Job Readiness Contest. So the first thing that you want to do with vacuum cleaner is to check the bag. On this model, all we do is we open up the front, the bag is in the door, and just make sure it's not full. So right here, we don't have hardly any dust in there, so we're good to go. The second one is we want to pick up any things that we don't want to sweep up, like a paper clip or paper. So when I look across this floor, I notice that there's some paper clips on the floor. I want to be sure and pick those up before we vacuum. And I also notice that there's some paper on the floor. So I want to look around and make sure I've got all that and just kind of set that aside, or if you've got a trash can that you want to put that on. The next thing that you're going to do is check the height and the cord. The height on this vacuum is right here. It goes from a 1 to a 3. This is an industrial low carpet, so we're going to put it on 1. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check the cord. If you move this up, we can get the cord all at once. Makes it easy to access. So as I undo the cord, what I'm checking for are any cracks or any splits or any wires that might be in this. So I'm just checking it to make sure it's safe to use. I don't see any cuts or tears on this so far. So I'm just visually inspecting this as we're going. Very good. I get one of my students to plug that in for me over there. Just going to plug it in right behind you. Then the next step, we're going to use the attachment to get the outside edge of our area. So I'm going to undo our attachment, and I'm going to get the outside edges, because if we didn't, we couldn't just get that with the vacuum. So I'm going to start that. And just move from one edge to the outer. So we want to make sure that we get all of the outer edge. We outline the edge, okay? The next thing we're going to do, if there's any pieces of furniture, we're going to move that to one side of the room, and we're going to vacuum this side first. So I'm going to start in the very corner, and as I go, I'm going to overlap and move backwards. The one thing that you want to avoid on this contest is hitting the wall. So when you're going back and forth, make sure you don't hit the wall. So I'm moving back and forth and I'm overlapping, if you can see that pattern. I've done one half and I'm moving back. By overlapping, we be sure and we get all the carpet. So I'm moving in a side-to-side motion and overlapping. When I get to the middle, I move backwards. So I vacuumed one half of the room. Now what I'm going to do is move the furniture to the other half and move to the corner just like I did with the first section. Again, overlap as you're going. Moving from side to side. When you get to the middle of the room, move backwards. Again, overlapping. I've got this on the 1 setting because this is a low carpet. When you get to the end, you can turn that off. Always place your furniture towards the middle. Do you mind unplugging me there, sir? You want to turn this back to its original spot so you can begin to wrap the cord. Do one thing so I don't get my cord wrapped up. I don't want to contend with my vacuum attachment, so I'm going to make sure that's up and around. So you wrap this, be sure you wrap your cord. You want to be sure your cord is really tight because when you transport this to another area, you don't want it to fall. Okay. Be sure your attachments are put back on there. Okay. Visually inspect your floor, make sure you've got everything put back, and then be sure the last thing to tell your judge when you're finished. That is one of the keys that a lot of people miss. They do the task, but then they forget to signal the timekeeper that I'm finished. Those are the 10 steps to perform on the carpet maintenance contest. Good luck.